Hey y'all, it's your captain for all things creative coming at you with Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8 Reunion Part 1. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe. And if you're returning, thank you for rocking with us. You know how we do, so let's get into all the details. So we see the ladies arriving and doing glam. Then we get the first gag-worthy moment of the reunion when Giselle walks into the main room towards Andy, eyeing that first seat, only for Andy to tell her that actually her seat is actually for Karen, and she got to sit in the middle. So you kind of see Giselle make a stunned face and sit down and eat crow in the middle, but Andy tries to kind of comfort her by telling her, well, now she can kiki more. But that was a definite demotion for Giselle. Both show. Also, since everyone else's icon photo is up in the background of the reunion stage, Andy makes it a point that, they didn't leave Nneka out of having a photo, so they blew up a picture of her wearing her fake Grand Dame sash and crown. So technically, while all the other women were cosplaying as celebrities in their pictures, Nneka was cosplaying as Karen. So this is an upgrade for Karen. Next, Andy asks his superficial intro questions like if Wendy gonna smoke some of the weed that Eddie's selling and whatnot. And then Andy asks all the ladies if they're willing to cut the nonsense and squash their beef here and now so that the show stops sucking. Everyone then agrees to move forward and makes amends, except for Giselle, who basically acts like she's waiting for her apologies. And Robin follows Giselle's vibe and gives kind of like a half-ass, okay. So then they start talking about sex next and who swallows, like Robin. And that section ends with Robin trying to comfort Karen about not knowing how many sexual partners she has had. And then Karen gathers both Robin and Juan in that moment by turning Robin's words around on her and saying it's actually Juan who doesn't know who all he's sleeping with, or acts like he doesn't know. This then leads to the waste of time Juan cheating scandal package, since Robin does not give any real emotion at all like she did all season. And when the flashback package on Juan ends, Robin does finally admit that she can't confirm or deny for certain if Juan cheated, but she claims she has plenty of reasons to believe that his foolish story is believable to her, like she has been doing all season. Giselle then asks, surprisingly, what it felt like when Juan said that Coach Bree is beautiful. And then Robin acts like she don't care. But then she claims that Juan has supported her the whole time. And Andy says, wait, he's not here, right? And he, for darn sure, don't have a basketball game. And even Mia yelled that was shady. And then Wendy breaks it down like, no, if your husband was supporting you, he would be here knowing that you're going to take fire for his actions. And he would be there to take some of the heat. And Ashley also co-signs and says, and really this is kind of embarrassing to Robin because she doesn't get that her husband should support her. And even Ashley has to say that Michael, didn't like coming to reunions, but when, the cheating stuff on him broke out, he came, to support Ashley. So it's sad that Robin's standards are low, when it comes to just teamwork and love from her husband, So then Robin and hold on. Yeah, Robin stuff is the same old. Basically, people were letting her know that sharing her story on Patreon was a detriment to the group since they're all paid to share their life. So they all had a problem with her trying to, hide what was going on the show that pays them all, but then going on Patreon and telling a different story that she said on the show, which cheapens, the reality aspect of the whole endeavor. And then they brought up the example of Karen even holding a press conference about race tax issues while Robin was on Watch What Happens Live, claiming that she was waiting on Karen to bring up her marriage problems. Then Robin tried to lie and backpedal and say that she wasn't waiting on Karen to share, but she didn't feel the need to share at that time, before Candace and Robin start arguing about some blogger that Robin was giving tea to. And Candace then pulls out a poster board prop of proof that Robin was even sharing tea about Giselle to the bloggers too. And then Giselle claims that she and Robin had talked about it before, so there's no beef on their end, which I believe because them two is like freaking frat. But then Candace starts crying about Robin hurting her, and Chris and Giselle is loudly mean girl laughing at, Candace's tears, to the extent that even Andy tells Giselle that she's being mean. And Candace co-signs that and says that Giselle has been a female dog to her. Then they start the package about Karen's friendships, along with her triple 20 and Pave event. And they also show Giselle and Candace's friendship not being there. And after the package, they say that Karen looks great, and actually she has had, a refresher and surgery. And Candace and Giselle finally address one another directly. Giselle runs down the list of negative things that has been said about her. Candace says all those things are true. Giselle then brings up how she's been getting death threats, and Candace says that's not fair to bring that up because all of them have received death threats. And her again, death threats have nothing to do with Candace not liking or disagreeing with what she did. And that's true because people didn't like Giselle for a long time. Like from how Robin and Giselle treated Katie about her race, and even how Giselle treated Monique especially, So then Andy then asked Candace if she's been liking negative tweets towards Giselle. And Candace admits that she has liked a few negative tweets. But she then says that Giselle's the one who doesn't want to take accountability. Then everyone kind of backs Giselle up and say Giselle never said that. And Giselle actually correctly says that she already apologized at their last reunion about calling Chris a sneaky link, which was true. But the problem this season is that Giselle wasn't saying anything to Candace's face, but behind her back, Giselle was calling her a thing and also accusing her and Wendy of making faces about her daughter during the DR trip. And then she also tried to blame Candace for Deborah's attack at the GNA event with Ashley. And then the not speaking, which Giselle says she was doing, is also what's ruining the show, because the not speaking and not going to places like Karen's farm to avoid Candace is what's making the show bad to watch, because they're an ensemble cast who are supposed to film together in the first place, But then Andy brings up Candace's tweet about the hypocrisy of the woman talking about SA at Karen's event when Giselle actively accused her husband of SA. So they argue about if Giselle directly accused Chris of SA or not. And Karen Rice's defense says that Giselle didn't say SA directly, but the insinuation made space for people to jump to conclusion, which is the main problem. Wendy then asked Candace what she's willing to take responsibility for. And I just hope that Wendy has that same energy when it's her segment with NECA, since Wendy does not let anything go on that front. Candace then ends her part of the segment by saying that she can take responsibility for her response to things concerning Giselle. And they basically say it's baby steps for the two of them. Andy then asks Candace if she realizes that she's being petty and hard on Robin. And Karen brings up all the reasons why she has every reason not to see it for Robin. From Robin bringing a boombox to expose Candace, to Robin running away and crying on the curb during the Austin trip, when everyone was trying to reason with her about their feelings. Then Robin and her just argue back and forth, with Karen getting the last word by saying that Robin would have known that she's all about fences if she had accepted her invitation to go to the farm. Then she built a high picket fence there, and she is the fence. And it seemed a little corny, but Karen's right that she had extended invitations to Robin, and Robin kept declining. So then they break for lunch, and you see Mia phone being blown up by Mr. Ink, and Gordon is helping her check the messages and just being in the background while Mia's telling Mr. Ink, I love you. So their throuple situation is blowing minds, and Mia gets the next package, and they show her flashbacks with, her issues with Gordon. And Mia says she now has a place in DC that's small, where she's more happy, and that Gordon is based in Charlotte but trying to get a condo across the street from her, so she's not trying to move on. Then Wendy drops a bombshell that Gordon told him that Mr. Ink came to the house to try to take Jeremiah away because she, may have lied about who the father is. And it ends there because, I guess we're going to see Mia take over part 2. So say what you thought about part 1 in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. And remember, you're the master of your fate and the captain of your soul.